bugs.
Yep.
They're all over the place.
That's
There's
true.
more insects than people. Even one particular species.
Yeah.
They outnumber us. They could take us over.
Yeah.
But we need some of them.
We do, as it turns out.
You want to talk to an expert about this?
You know what? I will.
So I'm
You
not,
think there's one
I don't
effect?
suffice.
No, I'll speak to a real expert.
You mean an educated man?
Yeah, for sure.
He's bona fide.
I want to meet a man that'll teach me about bugs.
All right, let's go see this guy. It's that weird guy I was telling you about.
Oh my gosh, he just hangs out
Good
here
to see
waiting
you,
on
Blake.
us to
Thanks,
come
I
chat.
appreciate
Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for doing this with us today.
Thank you.
He's an entomologist.
Entomology, that's right. Uh-huh.
Yes.
It is the study of insects.
You know what next week is? Pollinator Week.
National Pollinator
Have you
Week.
been down to Animal Kingdom where they do the Bug's Life?
Yes, I have been down there.
And they sing the song Pollinators.
Actually didn't hear that song, but
We're pollinators.
that's really cool. No, I haven't
Oh,
seen
it's
it.
awesome.
We're going there in
How
August,
have you
so
not this-
I'm going. I'm planning to go.
You got to
Really?
get down there, dude.
He is.
Think
He
you're
said he's
right.
going in
I
August.
think
It's all about your world.
It is. It's
And they
my
put it to
world.
music,
It's
like
He
a
said
Broadway
he's
Bug's
going.
Life.
He said he's
I wanna
going.
make sure he's
Convinced me.
going.
You're already. Jeez.
We got Life 360. We want to track you and make sure you're actually going.
So now, as I understand it,
No.
we have just learned, as of last week, that pollinators are pretty important to the planet.
They're very important. A lot of our food plants are pollinated. Virtually every fruit that you eat has to get pollinated. It starts out as a flower, gets pollinated by a bug, turns into a fruit. So a lot of our trees, a lot of our plants simply can't make fruits, can't make new seeds unless they get pollinated, usually by a bee.
And how are the bees doing? There was like a decade ago, we were terrified
Yeah.
we were losing bees.
Yeah.
Some of those things that happened then we're still concerned about them now, in particular habitat loss. So whenever we take someplace gorgeous like this, like McConnell Springs, and turn it into a parking lot or a yard, those creatures just can't survive anymore. There's no flowers for them to pollinate. So one of our messages during Pollinator Week is create pollinator habitat. You can do that by going down to your local hardware store, buying pollinator plants, ask them, hey, give me some pollinator plants, put them in your yard, and that helps these creatures.
This is a great defense for the HOA. When I stop mowing,
Yes.
and
I'm
going to
sorry.
go, hey,
Yeah.
do you not care about the planet?
Entomologists
I'm
and-
growing flowers.
Okay.
Entomologists and HOAs do not get along. One of our scientists, my boss in particular, did a study about not mowing your yard and how that helps pollinators right then. It helps them directly. You may have heard of No Mow May.
I met her once.
Yes, she's.
She was at my bachelor party. She
Hey.
was fantastic.
But yeah,
Sweet
but
gal.
allowing those things like wild violets, dandelions, white clover to grow a little bit in your yard helps our pollinators.
What are we looking at here?
I don't have any pollinators with me today. Pollinators actually don't do very well in captivity, but I do have some other interesting creatures here.
Good.
Because it's Pollinator Week, we can talk about some other related creatures as well.
Let's do it.
So for one thing, we have one of my very favorite creatures. This is the desert hairy scorpion. Definitely not a pollinator. This is a ground creature that runs around and kills things on the ground like little insects. Maybe if it can catch a little lizard or a little snake or something like that, they might eat those. It is not very dangerous to people, but it can sting people.
They love when you tap on the glass. Go ahead
I
and do
just
that.
went like this, and there's a cricket in there.
That's her lunch. She hasn't eaten it yet.
Now this cricket's an idiot.
She's on a diet.
Look, the
It's not very
cricket's
smart.
walking right into
Sometimes the cricket hides under her, so the cricket's not very smart. So we have here a curly-haired tarantula, also not really a pollinator. This is a ground predator.
Now it looks like there's two in there, but that's not the case.
It does, so that's what we wanted to show you guys today. So she just shed her skin a couple days ago.
That's just skin.
This is her skin. Insects and spiders, scorpions, all these creatures have to shed their skins every time they grow. And when these things shed their skin, it's like getting a whole new body because the inside of these things, there's no bones in there. It's mostly just liquid.
I don't want to put any pressure on you, Blake, but so far this is the worst performance I've ever seen of a tarantula. We're
She
on
is still-
television, Blake.
She is not great on camera. She is still what we call in her teneral state. When any kind of insect or spider sheds their skins, they're still a little bit sort of moist and kind of floppy, which happens to the best of us. And she over.
Can I shake your hand? That's a hell of a joke.
Oh,
He's got
it's-
PR here with him, and he's doing that kind of joke. Wasn't that wonderful?
What does he mean?
It's just a fact about spiders. But she will dry out and get firmer over the next few days.
Wow.
Come on, Mama. We just
Here
want to
she
see.
goes.
Hi, baby girl.
I have.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I'm not even
gosh.
dressed.
Wow.
Whoa, look
She's
at her. Hi,
quite a bit bigger than the
honey.
last time.
Oh my God.
She's,
Sorry.
wow.
She's eating crickets. And now for our finale.
Giant hissing cockroach. So these are from Madagascar, very similar to our cockroach species that you might find in your home, except these don't get into garbage and toilets. Instead, they get into old logs and they eat stuff like dead plant material, old fungus, stuff like that.
We need these guys.
These are good guys. Wait, would anyone like to hold
Yeah,
the
sure,
giant
why not?
cockroach?
Put him in there.
Totally harmless to humans.
Hello, buddy. Oh,
There
he's on
she
his
goes.
back.
She's turned
Oh, it's
upside
a
down.
shit.
Oh, this is actually a he.
Everybody's. Oh, this is
This
a
one's
he.
a he.
You
He's
could tell
so
when you
silly.
flipped
We
him
can
over.
tell when we flipped them, but they
A gifted cockroach.
that's the thorax right there. And yeah, you can pet him there.
Oh, hello. Hello.
Sexy.
Look at
You're
that.
really doing
Now,
it.
what about these antennae here? What's that doing
Yeah, so
for
the
him?
antenna, so they don't see very well, so the antenna help them feel what's going on.
Oh, he's like, who's this? I pet that guy.
I simply cannot.
Why not?
I can't. I'll be okay.
Touch it. Touch it.
Look at this. That is
Touch it.
perfect.
We do have one pollinator with us today, the chrysalis of a monarch butterfly. So butterflies are not as important as far as pollination goes as
You
bees,
bite your tongue.
but they still do a lot of pollination.
Now, did you bedazzle that thing yourself?
I didn't. Isn't this amazing? The gold on here.
This is
I mean,
unbelievable.
it actually looks like metal gold.
It does.
So
love that.
it's really impressive.
Bedazzled. Wow!
Speaking of a chrysalis,
My goodness.
Yeah, and so right here we have one of the largest moths in the United States. This is the Cecropia moth, and these two happen to be mating right now. One of these was actually raised here in this area in captivity and was released, and now she called with her pheromones. And the male came to visit her. Actually fairly
Yeah.
common, but people just don't notice them very often. They feed on just a variety of
That's
trees.
because they're hooking up all day.
They're busy underneath the leaves
Oh,
under cover.
wow.
Yeah,
They
it's
are.
graphic under there. Yeah, we will
Yeah.
have to blur this.
For 8 hours. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
This guy's gonna be numb. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for letting
Appreciate
us
it.
hang out into your world of creepy crawly creatures.
Absolutely.
Yes.
All right.
Said that since I was at Noah Day's reunion.
Did you? Creepy crawly creatures. Anyway, stay with us. More Lee and Hayley after this. I just looked at both cameras. Didn't know
I
which
did
it
too.
was. I don't know.
It's the red light that throws you.
Yeah, me too. And you.